Okay, yeah, we're back online having a little technical difficulties, but now we're back to business, and I think it's time for Pete. Your report ought to be about an hour long.
Yeah.
It's gonna be short.
Wait.
Go ahead, Pete. Go ahead, we got you going, and then we'll get David.
So let me see, they gave me a training on this remote here.
We'll see if it worked.
Okay, so let me start off with Enrique here. You know, funny thing about it is that he don't want us calling him water master. He wants to drop the water part. He wants us just calling him master. We'll see where that goes.
You look so humble.
Of course Enrique said that, right? Oh, okay.
If you know Enrique, he did not say that.
Yeah, I bet he did.
No.
Okay,
He
so
has been for about 100 years.
Let me make sure with the folks online can see it picture real quick. Can you see that screen now or no?
Yeah, I can see it okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It's hard, I mean, it's pretty small.
Why don't you
Yeah,
go to
let
the
me
big
try
screen,
to get
Claudia?
I think that's the wrong one. Jake.
That's got,
Yeah, but we want to start at the beginning, no?
give me a sec.
Okay. I'd like to start off with saying we've been working with all entities, Railroad, City of El Paso, TxDOT, even the City of San Isidro, and they've cooperated greatly. They've, City of El Paso cleaned all the culverts from San Antonio all the way to Copia. Did a very good job. TxDOT did 3 culverts for us. They did the Paisano by Fox Plaza, Fresno, and then they did the Troy, the Carmen's Flume. Did a very good job. They had a little hard time on the Troy because it's so inverted, but they did pretty good. They'll have to go back next year and kind of give it another cleaning.
How so inverted? What size are you talking about?
What, this is right there by the Bronco swap meet,
Oh, yeah, okay.
where it crosses under Alameda. So what's happening there is the Franklin comes in and it's an invert and then comes back up. The bad thing about it is that the invert is not gradual.
Oh.
It's very steep.
Kaboom.
It's very steep, yeah. So they were having a hard time going in there with their skid loader and pulling it back out. So they actually had to go in there, tie a chain, pull it back out.
How often do they have to do it there?
I advise them to do it every year. They should be doing it every year. If they would do it every year, I don't think we'd run into the problem that we did to this year, because there was a lot of debris, a lot of sticks, tires, you
You can
name it.
imagine.
It was extremely bad.
Is that right there?
Is that a community ditch?
No, this is on Franklin Canal. On
The Franklin, you
Canal.
got the Franklin Canal, but then it spins off to cross under Alameda.
Correct.
That's not.
That's the
community-
section.
That's our ditch.
Still Franklin.
That's
It's
still Franklin
That's part
Canal.
of that extension, that artery is still Franklin.
Yes, that's where it goes under the Franklin kind of curves and goes
Yeah.
under the Alameda
Alameda.
and come out on the Rosedale side.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
This one here is actually,
Not
this one here is actually the City of San Isidro. I got with the City of San Isidro, made them aware of what their responsibilities are, and met with Mike, and sure enough, he got his a crew out there. As you can see, that right cylinder is completely plugged. Let's see, I'm gonna run this thing. And
Lord.
there we go. There we go.
You gotta point at the machine, I think. Maybe up here,
Let me make sure it's-
Okay.
or up here, dude.
Oh,
Up
okay,
here.
okay, sorry about that.
No.
Somewhere
Here.
up there, yeah, I don't know exactly.
There.
There you go. Got it?
That was me.
Okay.
That was him.
Okay, so that's after it was completed. It was, there was been clean. This is right there by Licondari.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Big difference.
And the city and all the other entities did the exact same job, you see there. Okay, a couple of pictures of our drain system. This is where the brush cutters, the low end the brush cutters are at. We'll be running the brush cutters probably for about another month. And then we'll pull them out and get back to mowing on our delivery. delivery system. Are you changing it? Or am
I don't know.
I?
Do I need to change it?
Okay, no, you're good. Okay, so again,
The side picture, the side.
No? I'll change it.
okay. Our drain system, let's go to the next one, Jay. And then some of the problems that we ran into here with the high winds, we had plenty of these, go to the next one, Jay. And just kind of a couple of pictures of our cleanup, that's after we're completed with, the cleanup there.
Where's that one in?
This was on the. San Main, yes. And then this is part of the cleanup. This is up there by the zoo area. We had a couple of places that we had to clean up over by the zoo, here on the Franklin Nevares, and over by Patchmore. This is the zoo area. Okay. This is over by Nevares, right upstream from, just downstream from Americas. And then this one is over here right at Patchmore. All these are on the Franklin Canal. This is on the 341 over by the new highway, that's the highway that used to take you out to Caseta. And that turnout there on the right bank, you can see where it's washing around, the pipe broke, so we had to replace it, install a new turnout. Go on next one, Jay. And that's all it looked like after we were complete. And then the ending of the shotcrete, like Jay mentioned, we did finish about 2-3 weeks before our schedule. We actually finished the week before, what was it, about the 15th of February.
Right.
Más o menos. And we took all our equipment, moved it to the riverside, and I'll show you some pictures of the riverside. This is the north side. This comes off the Franklin feeder. This is to feed the small tracks across the Core Road. There we installed a new turnout also. We also dropped that turnout about 6 inches to see if it'll help out without having to check up the water so high at here at the Sanity checks. This is all part of what was shotcreted. These pictures were actually from, I think, yesterday. That's the head of the Sanity Stadium.
Yeah, the partidores, yeah. The partidor, like it's looking upstream on the Franklin Pier, the partidor is right up here.
It's a mile upstream. So that's standing on the bridge looking towards the partidor. And that's looking downstream from the bridge down towards the head of the Sanity Stadium.
That looks tremendous. 100 years, 120 years, 150, whatever. 120, I think.
This is an install that we did for Texas Gas and Lower Valley Water District. They relocated the gas line, so we had to install a new culvert for them. All this was paid by both Lower Valley and Texas Gas. Next one, Jay.
Do they pay you in advance or do they pay you after you?
Yes, no, they pay in advance. I don't do any work
That's a
until I got
drainage,
paid.
right?
I'm sorry?
That's a drainage ditch,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, this
Is
is
that
the
big
mess up,
enough?
the middle drain, I'm sorry.
Is that a big enough flume for, you think?
It's a 60-inch.
It's 60?
60, yes, sir.
Yeah, it looks small, dude.
Yeah, no, it is a 60-inch.
It's hardly to flow in there.
Pardon me?
There's hardly any water in that.
Except during floods, that's all.
Right,
Always
right.
Like the flood situation.
Hey Pete,
So
do
we'll
you
let
ever
the
give any
county
money
upgrade
back?
that when it needed upgraded.
Do I give any?
Money back?
No, I don't,
They pay you in advance?
Mary doesn't let us.
I never have, I never have.
Okay. It's
Usually what the invoice that I provide for them,
it's pretty realistic. Yeah.
it's pretty on the money, yes. Here we also, they wanted a dust abatement gate because they didn't want any traffic going over the top of the crossing. Now, there is a crossing just upstream from that will be removed.
Approval from that.
We're just waiting on Lower Valley to relocate their water line so we can go ahead and remove the old culvert. There's that area there is very well known for illegal dumping.
They keep that and explain to it.
This here is the transfer point right by our Fabian's yard. And this next picture, you'll see why this had to be replaced. Go to the next one, Jay. That's the gate that was there.
Oh, man.
Could hold a lot of water.
Yeah, so we actually had to go in there and cover it with dirt during water season just to keep water from going into the drain.
Wow.
This goes into the drain. That's the transfer point. right upstream from our yard.
That's not the ones that we installed, is it?
No, this is, it's
Wasn't it
been
the
there
original?
ever since I've been here.
Yeah, okay.
This transfer point used to be used to divert water from the drain back into the riverside. We went in there, cleaned out the cylinders in there, that's still the transfer point. And then, I had this plate rolled, and then our welder here did all the fabrication on it. So
Wow,
we're
good.
doing these gates in-house.
It's amazing what people get stuff.
This here is a culvert on the, or a turnout on the branch A of the valley of the Montoya A. And it's about 120 feet of culvert and pipe over a flume actually. You can see the condition of it, so. What happened to one of the pictures? Okay, well, go to the next one, Jay. This is a head of the Sinelli, so while we were doing the work on the shotcrete, this thing collapsed on us. While we're going over the top with our dump trucks. Needless to say, that culvert was in real bad shape, so we have replaced the culvert. This one, Jay. That's where it was removed. The new pipe going in and new collars, and that's been completed, so they're actually running water through here already. This is the San Felipe, where it goes over the riverside, right by our Fabian's yard. This is actually the riverside. This is actually the riverside, actually goes under the San Felipe, I'm sorry. That's, the first picture was one cylinder, this is the second cylinder. But keep in mind, this is the riverside, so we were just getting water through one cylinder. That's what we had inside that other cylinder. That's approximately about 40 feet under the San Felipe Arroyo.
And
That's the riverside itself.
8 footer, is it 8 foot wide by 5 feet tall?
Yes.
That's a big hole.
So a skid loader is the only thing they can get in there.
Well, not even the skid loader. We were actually going in there with a stand behind, and the guy that was on the stand behind actually had to be down on, almost on his knees to be able to get in there.
That's the work.
You can see the kind of,
That's
use that gentleman there as a reference. That's Martin, so Martin's
How
not a
long
very
is it?
tall guy. You know, you can see that it's not very tall.
How long has it been since that's been cleaned?
I don't think it's ever been cleaned up.
Probably.
Johnny.
The San Felipe, it's the arroyo right by the post office, it comes from Cattleman's, or it comes.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah, so,
So that goes right over the top.
Yeah, when it
Right through
floods,
Fabian's
it comes
alley.
right through Fabian's, yes.
And I just wondered how long it had been.
Oh, there you
Of course,
go.
the flows are not near as big as they were back before I had the dam up there.
I don't recall ever being cleaned up, Johnny, as long as I can remember.
And that's what it looked like.
Yeah. So that's what it looked like after we were
Artifacts in
completed
there,
with
right?
it.
yeah, right? Preserved laser
Yeah, look at that.
Nice.
That's amazing.
No wonder the water got downstream so fast.
Yeah.
So,
that'll work.
I got a question, Pete. After doing all these cleanings and so forth, am I to assume that every subsequent year will be easier to maintain?
Definitely.
Or is this gonna be like that every year where it gets plugged up every year?
No, I think that's accumulation of about 40 years, 40, 50
So
years.
it's gonna be easier to maintain?
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to stay on top of it and do it every year, that way it will take half the time to do it.
Good point.
This is the Sunelli Main. Franklin Feeder is just right upstream, it's right there by the Indian Reservation, the new Indian Reservation. This was pretty silted up also, so we went in there, we dug it out, all the way out to Walcott. Unfortunately here, we had to haul everything off as soon as we were pulling it, because that's a poor road there, and it's just sugar sand. So all that sand blows into the highway.
Never ending job.
Yes, sir.
Never ending job.
And of course, this is the island main. And you can see the accumulation. We had these piles throughout the whole island main. We started at, right where we left off of the shotcrete. Actually, we did it all the way to the Guadalupe. And we went all the way up to the I-72 heading. So this, we've gotten the channel cleaned out. Again, water's already running through there. We still gotta go back and start hauling this sand out.
That's another one needs cementing. When do you think we'll get on that?
Well, I'm hoping to do part of it next year.
Because that'll help a bunch.
Yes.
We have a portion scheduled for this non-irrigation soon be shut down.
Next year?
Yes.
So this year is,
November this year.
this is part of what we did a couple of years back. This is shotcreted. And you can still, you can see that we still have quite a bit of accumulation in there.
Yeah.
Still the island main. And then at the same token, as we were taking sand out to, there was actually a water user that wanted the sand, so we were taking him the sand, he was giving us clay. So at the same token, we're going back and rebuilding these banks to where I can get a solid ditch bank and not the sand pit that we have. This is on the riverside where we're raising the left bank of the riverside from hole in the wall. We're gonna go all the way down to the I-zeros. We still gotta do the right bank. So this is dirt that they're giving us here from down the street. That's that community ditch that was a little bit of a bull sign, so, well, actually our riverside was a bull sign. So we're raising it over a foot. And then this is the riverside itself. Once we got done with the feeder, I moved all the equipment over to the riverside. This is just from the I-zeros working our way upstream. Keep in mind that it was Z-Tex that cleaned from hole in the wall downstream. So we took care of everything upstream from there. This is just upstream from a hole in the wall. You can see what the riverside looks like after we're,
Wow.
we also widened it because it had narrowed quite a bit.
Nice. Nice. Good job. Great job, Pete.
And pretty much that's it. That's all I got.
That's all?
That's it.
Anything, all month long.
Any questions for
We're
me?
ready for the water, right?
The water's here.
It's here.
It's flowing.
Whether we're ready or not, but it looks pretty good.
Is Bain already, are they done and gone?
Yes. They were finished on Friday, correct?
Yes, we finished on Friday.
Finished on Friday.
Pete, you never cease to amaze me at how much stuff you get done in such a short period of time and do it so well. And we really appreciate it. It makes me feel so good to look at our project, our canal system, what it is now and when you started on it. So it's really gratifying, the work that you guys do, really.
Thank you. I got good guys.
We really appreciate it.
Good people.
Good job, Pete.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Pedro. All right. Yeah.
We're gonna go to, all right, 13, application.
Go back to the third-party construction.
Yes, 18, 18.
8D.
Yes.
What, just to give you the status of the third-party construction on the wrap-up for the non-irrigation season.
18D.
Yes.
Well, that was out, we missed it?
Oh, no.
We just repeat.
Where was
And
Pete
David's
pointing
gonna
to?
give you the update.
No, no.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
just change the slides.
Good.
He has it on the thing, so you just change it right here.
Okay.
He's just, I don't know where Pete's it's pressing.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. So we saw the bridge being demolished now.
Okay. With that one, can you,
Yeah, that's the Franklin Canal.
can you switch it over? Is that what you want, or?
Is that me?
That's you. See, it works, it's just Pedro doesn't. It's,
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go. Franklin Canal. So yeah, this is the Franklin Canal cleanup, bank construction. This is, we're approaching,
You need to talk a little louder.
Yes, sir,
absolutely.
So David takes care of the third-party construction. He monitored the contractors that did work with the district's system from November of last year that we shut down to February 15th. And so we've got a couple of contracts and then all the licenses that you all approved throughout the year last year.
it's on. Speak,
Is it on?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's,
There it is, good.
there we go.
Speaking to it.
Okay, so yes, Franklin Canal. So this is the Franklin Canal. We were working our way downstream. This was bank construction. They completed, like Pete mentioned right now, bank construction completed the silt removal from the Franklin heading, pretty much basically all the way down to Aubrey Street. That's downstream of Fox Plaza area. So yeah, they made a huge difference. And yesterday I sent a couple of videos to everybody here, and the water was just flowing amazing. It was just, the water was moving quicker. What a difference. So, big, great difference. And then along with the fact that Pete did schedule cleanup of the culverts and underneath bridges and stuff like that, the water was on the move. And you can see, yeah, it's a vast difference from what we had before. This is right here, right by San Antonio Street. We're approaching Eucalyptus area here at this point. About to cross the railroad tracks around East San Antonio. And you can see now there at that point, the top of the cab is now to the top of our banks, whereas when they got started, this portion of the Franklin Canal was maybe only about 3 feet deep. So yeah, so that at this point, they removed about 4 feet of silt.
The previous slide wasn't that the one we saw before the
I got it.
railroad?
I got it.
Take care of that, right?
Yeah, you
Yes.
can see- and so railroad is taking care of this section as well. Yeah, railroad went ahead and
Yes.
they're contractors, so yeah, this section has been cleaned out as well as the culverts upstream, so all that has been cleared out.
No, I know it's been amazing. So when the railroad doesn't ever want to clean their shit.
There we go. Yeah, and that's hauling, they're heading towards Eucalyptus as well. Bank Construction hired a fleet of trucks, and they had about 20 trucks at any given day hauling that material, so yeah, we're moving about 2,000 cubic yards a day, I'd say, at least.
It's your job. Okay. I'll take that one.
There we go, and that's gonna continue, yeah, you can kind of see, right next to the school there by Eucalyptus. Yeah, and there you go. That's one I want to shoot. You can see downstream the difference. That's what I meant. Right there, I was able to walk down into the channel itself, and then at that point, the Franklin Canal was maybe only about waist high. Or the light bay, maybe as compared to
You were supposed to do it also.
pre and post cleanup.
You think so? I don't know.
Not working?
Did Bank Construction do this excavator work too?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's completely bank construction, yes.
Okay, that was a turnkey. Wow.
This is downstream of Eucalyptus, continuing now heading towards, that's.
Would you think that going forward, a combination of outsourcing third party and self-performing would be a good combination, or would you say that?
Absolutely, yes, because I think it kind of takes the load off of Pete as well.
Yeah.
Because like I said, they were able to take care of that entire section on their own without having to basically utilize our trucks, our equipment. So Pete was able to hit the riverside as well, and hit other areas. So I think it was super beneficial.
Great, so going forward, your recommendation to our engineers and so forth on balancing, that balance would be instrumental, I would think.
Absolutely.
So I'll look
Yes.
forward to your
Absolutely.
input.
Yes, yeah, I think it would be instrumental moving forward.
Good deal.
Yeah, doing that at least.
At least in the future.
Correct.
So we're not reacting, we're always.
Yes, to be more proactive and less reactive.
I see a lot of results, a lot of production, a lot of canals cleaned,
Yes.
underpasses cleaned, probably more than I've ever seen since I've been on the board.
Yeah, yes, I was bouncing around all over the place.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
with several contractors there in this whole stretch. It's because of the railroad, because of City of El Paso, and TxDOT,
Right.
and with our
It's
contractors.
like a concerted effort by all the parties.
Yes, exactly. So it was just one monstrous.
It's like
effort
the end of the
going on.
world is coming or something's happening, so we're in a hurry to.
Yeah, and you can
That's
see the
good.
difference. Yeah, like, so the flow of the water was just amazing, just to
Great.
watch it, yeah, how much quicker it was flowing compared to last year. So it was very beneficial.
It won't look that good.
And, you know, the city and the railroad, they did not just, I mean, they all asked, why do we have to maintain that section? And, you know, the railroad's like, well, no, it's not our responsibility, but, you know, fortunately through the licensing that the district has put together and various licenses from the Bureau, I mean, they, once we sent those over and read what their responsibility was, they jumped at it immediately. So, and obviously, you know, Pete called all the folks in the city and TxDOT, I talked to the railroad, but it was a concerted effort amongst us all. But obviously, with the licenses in place, it makes it significantly easier when they see their responsibility. So,
Well, you have to call their attention to it.
Right.
That's the thing. They're not gonna do it unilaterally, so you have.
and we told them, you know, this is every year, guys. So I mean, you know, again, like the San Felipe, you know, had been done in a while. You know, a lot of these had not been done, but you know, it's hard, well, some of these, you're gonna see these culverts, they couldn't get into it because the canal was so high. So, I mean, obviously, when they see us put in the effort and, contracting this out to get it out, once they can get in, so they're like, you do it, and then, it was easier to convince them, obviously, once they saw what was being done in the canal.
You know, the sad part about this is it'll return that same situation very quickly because the Boundary Commission has not kept the river clean, and you get all of that sand out of that river. And we have to eat it every year, so.
And there's nothing we can do about it, we have to do something about it.
No, what we do, the Boundary now is more proactive about that, but
Yes,
for years, they didn't want to clean it at all.
Yes.
They have come around, but I mean, they wanted islands in the middle of it all for the wildlife and all that stuff, and started with John Bernal whenever he was the commissioner, and man, we eat it after that, and there's nothing else you can do.
Well, I like the fact that it's consorted, it's not just one agency.
Oh,
It seems like maybe it's a perfect storm, maybe they saw the light, or we've been communicating with them better to get them all at the same
All
time.
of them, yeah, and once they saw the work that was being done in the canal, they're like, okay, yeah, we gotta go in there and get it
Yeah.
clean, so that helped, and IWC did get some work done as well, so that
Oh,
helped.
yeah, no,
So,
they're more proactive
It,
now,
it,
like
and
I say.
that's attributes to the water getting here, that much quicker as well, so.
Forever, I was wondering, that's a main flood control deal.
Yeah.
And I thought, if we have that 6-inch rain again, the way that river is, get ready El Paso, you're gonna get flooded. George Brooks in your area, I'm telling you. So, they, finally they're doing it, but we're the relief for the sand.
Here we are.
And so, all we have to do it, and it's a never-ending job,
Correct. Yes, sir.
never-ending job, but you guys are doing great.
Thank you. Thank you. It's,
Where's the IBW working right
Upstream, they were doing some cleaning out some of those
They
islands.
did some work around
now?
Bend,
In El Paso? or-
yes, in El
I'll
Paso.
send it to you.
They do a lot of work in the levees, but they did some work in the channel.
They actually got
did.
down in the channel.
So they just piled it up on the side.
I mean, it's
Not
a
much, but-
gigantic job to do that, they've let it go.
Well, look how long it's been.
It's been 20 years, 30 years, I don't know how long, it's been a long
As
time.
up on the
Whenever
west side.
John Bernal was the commissioner, he started all that stuff. He's one of those rangers from Arizona.
There we go. I can see the guy. You can see once again, the size of the dozer now inside of the channel at that point.
He's already,
It's a baby dozer, huh?
It's,
that's not, all the natural stuff is down here in the houses, and you get potable water.
you can see, yeah, just the difference in the silt in here. At this point right now, you'll get to see I think in the next slide, it's where you can see how much silt was built up there underneath the meadows. I think that was part of the reason helping us convince them, because they were actually able to see the level of silt that was built up underneath. This is the railroad themselves. Here we
That
go.
area is a terrible area, I'm telling you what,
Yes.
just to maintain.
You see, there we go, those are the two boxes there at the Piedras Crossing. There was maybe about a foot of daylight in each one of them. Yeah, there wasn't much, so that's where it was easy to convince them at that point.
I don't see how we got water across that.
Yeah.
Yes, Robert did some miracles, but, again, so if the bottom of our bed, the canal was up to here, I mean, it was hard to ask them to come in and dig when they couldn't even get underneath. So now that all this has been cleaned out, they can see the detriment that would do to the flow, so, yeah.
And the more you slow that.
And the
flow
one
down, the more
responsible for
sediment
that
you
is
get.
the city?
That one
Yes.
was, yes, I was
So
saying.
it's a lose-lose situation.
Exactly.
This is further downstream, this is where,
It's exponential, I guess.
at this point, we're, I think just downstream from Rayner here at this point. You can see, yeah, it's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but they still managed to get all those trucks up in there.
Wow.
With all the overhead power lines. Yes, here, this is right around Grandma Street. Continue, yeah, this at this point, they're working their way towards Copia.
Grass. Oh, like grandma. Grass.
Grandma.
Yes, you can see the before and after, this is right there by Stevens. Right, the Stevens Bridge, this is US 54, you can see also we had some blockage there on the right bank, the right culvert.
But they came out, TechDOT came out the red, they were out the two, right, yeah, TechDOT did that.
Yeah, that was takes out to clean that section out of US 54. This is over there, this is right behind Fox Plaza, you can see right there, that's the stockpile. That was on day one, they started stockpiling, it didn't take them very long to match to the top of our banks.
Cover the canal.
They just,
Wow.
yeah, there's so much material in there. I think it's the top behind Fox Plaza, there was about 3,000 or 4,000 cubic yards that they hauled out there just in that section alone.
Got that whole area done, huh?
Yes, and this is right there at the Aubrey Street Bridge, this is pretty much the construction limit there at that point.
Yes, Contract
Wow.
worked really well.
How did you guys function before?
There, that's the,
Struggling.
that's the after, that's the cleaning underneath the roadway there at the end.
We actually will save some water this way.
Oh, yeah.
By a long shot.
Huge.
Yeah, look at that, yeah, I mean, they did a great job, the city and TxDOT, the railroads, everybody. So that explains why the water got here in a jiffy. We'll hit a water line. Unauthorized one.
Another Coliseum.
That's why I say it's non-tax revenues that made our lives.
This is looking towards Jefferson High School.
Jefferson
On
High
Beverly,
School.
yeah, on Beverly, they're downstream.
One of our constituents, yeah, she keeps emailing and I sent her photos thinking, we're getting there to clean it, so yeah, she was real happy
Yeah,
Well,
continue that.
Kudos to Scott Bain Construction, too.
too. Yeah, they did an amazing job.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, you did amazing.
Yeah, so,
Paso Drive.
That's why you build those houses early.
We've got the Riverside somewhere. Got the Riverside in here?
Still farmers down there.
Oh, we started on?
He knows the importance.
Yeah, it does.
Still some of the same ones, are you? These are
Yeah.
down by the zoo.
This is, yeah, it's downstream from, I think that's Tobin area, this is right there, now we're at,
Nice talk.
Burleson School.
Well, job well done.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's awfully close to that school.
Yes,
So
that's
you,
Father
uh,
Guillermo.
Funny,
Yeah, it's, thanks for, a little tight.
Yeah, you got it good, Russ.
What is that?
Oh, so this is, yeah, we're gonna go step by step, and this is gonna be license 1854 for the city of Socorro, so, we're gonna go from the beginning of the project, to before, and, where we're at as of yesterday. There you go. So that was a demolition, and that started back in, December, it was, remember? Removal of the bridge deck, the existing bridge deck at the time.
Can you click? No?
It works when it's wants to.
Yeah, I'm not sure, yeah.
Maybe-
This is Rio Vista Street, right here across Alameda.
Franklin Canal. All the dirt work that went into that, and I've shown you all this, the rebar work and form work that went into that.
So you do some with rebar, some with fiber mesh,
These projects, this is all rebar, number 4 rebar.
by the designer, wherever?
Yes, yeah, correct.
That's not ours, right? Or is
No,
that
this
ours?
is a City of Socorro project.
City of Socorro.
Yes. Let's see there, that's the.
Our design of the channels, the channel, all the, anything that's in our flow channel, we design and specify.
Yes. Thanks.
Bridges, there's,
The ridge abutments, the roadway going in. Continue the concrete lining.
Did they shotcrete that, or they just placed it on?
No, it was placed.
That's,
Yeah, no shotcrete,
it looks
yeah.
like it's placed.
Yeah, correct, yeah, they were doing 20-foot sections per day.
Slower process.
Much slower, yeah, much slower process. See, that's where they integrated our turnout, in that last slide, they integrated our turnout, you can see, yeah, our turnout has been integrated now into the new concrete lining for our water user around the right bank. And then that's, as of yesterday, there we go, so the new roadway itself, it's nearing the end of completion. I'm thinking maybe about the last week of April. This is now, we're jumping to the Coronado lateral. This is a City of El Paso project at Padilla. This is license 2160, culvert extension. Let's see, there we go. The foam work that went up over the winter, concrete being pumped. There's our culvert extension. Transitions right there, the transition wall being poured. And the finished product, yeah, I'm on my finger in the photo, sorry about that. Yeah. And this was a small project also we did at the El Paso Country Club, drainage improvements on the Montoya Drain, right around the Country Club Road area. There we go, the excavation, there you go, is upgraded to a 36-inch RCP pipe for the El Paso Country Club, just placed into the channel. Stone, there you go. This is another, this is a project here in San Fran for Lower Valley Water District. They were bored. We're gonna do a jack-in bore underneath on right at the state drive. And as you can see, that was a deep channel, that was a deep cut there. The excavation was, you can see right there, you can kind of catch the size of the pipe with him standing next to it as opposed to the top of the roadway there. And that was successful, so yeah, they punched through there in 2 days.
That's Tech Dot?
That's a Lower Valley water.
Lower Valley.
Oh.
Yes, sir. And that was it, but yeah, that was a quick recap of what's gone on over the winter. It was just a small.
Been busy.
It's been a fun winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but absolutely, but that was a successful construction
Been
season.
a busy
I think,
one.
Yeah, it was, but that wraps up the construction season for us.
Good job.
That's all I got for you. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you,
Dave.
Great job.
Thank you, Dave.
All right. Now we're to Sharon, right?
Oh, forgot.
A is two applications from Lower Valley Water District, 3316 and 3317, for water lines, 24-inch water lines. These were brought to you a couple months ago, but the 60 days expired. They didn't turn in the paperwork at the fees in time, so we have to just bring them back to you. So it's just a formality.
Okay. Is there a penalty?
No.
So you recommend an approval?
Yes, licensing has reviewed it and recommends approval.
Move to approve.
Miguel makes a motion.
Second.
Art seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
The next four applications are fiber lines. They are, this is a fiber optic cable. It's going to be underground fiber optic cable at different locations. Licensing has reviewed these and recommends them for approval.
Okay, do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Larry makes a motion.
Second.
George second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right.
These we were requesting to take into closed.
This one here.
34, yes,
Yeah, I
application
think so.
3416.
I think we need to explain this a little bit. All right.
And then we have one more. Application 3473 by Big Construction is a dewatering license. It's a Lower Valley Water District project, and they are going to be dewatering into the Mesa Drain. Licensing has reviewed and recommended for approval.
Move to approve this.
Okay, I hear the motion Mike makes a motion to approve. Larry second.
Second.
Okay, Larry seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. Thank you. And that's about all we have to do in this morning closed session, right? Okay. We got our